What's good, it's Seto. Back with another vid. Back on my bummy-ish. Nigga tell I'm all just, like I say, nigga, I don't care how I look. I'm just out here just to talk. Every time I get the inspo, I just gotta go and do it. I just gotta speak. So back out here again. And today I want to talk about just do you. And what I mean by that is, don't worry about what everybody else doing. Don't trip off niggas. Don't worry about what niggas on. Just literally do you. If you focus on yourself, you gonna see progress. Even if you ain't got no acknowledgement, there's definitely somebody watching. And I've had people tell me before that they just don't feel, they're like, oh, what about this? What? I don't know how I feel about this, or oh, I don't know if people like it, or this, that, and the third, and stuff like that. But it's like, don't worry about that, because there's always somebody that's watching you. Everybody has somebody that's, especially if you're in school and you're in a class, right? And say you're like in an art class and you're like painting and drawing and stuff like that, and then you thinking that nobody cares about your work, or you're thinking nobody likes it because nobody says stuff. Most people not gonna say anything, but there could be somebody that heavily admires you in that class and you won't even realize. And I've had that own personal experience too. Like, here I am doing me, and then somebody tells me that, yo, I really fuck with what you doing and stuff like that, and you know, like, and asking me for advice when I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, it just made me realize that if you just do you, if you not worried about, I guess, like in my last video I had said, my people can't drive out here, just ignore that. But like I said in my last video, if you well, I lost my train of thought, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna cut this out. But I kind of lost my train of thought a little bit. But boom, my last video I had said something about just trying shit or whatever, right? So then boom, right? If you just doing you and you just grinding and shit like that, or no, I know what I was gonna say. If you feel like you're the dumbest in the room or stuff like that, or you feel the most experienced in the room, don't worry about that. Like, yeah, use other people as examples, but don't compare yourself. The thing I would say is just don't compare yourself to the next person. Like, don't worry about that. Is if you just focus strictly on what you're doing, it's gonna, like, you're gonna progress, and people are just gonna pay attention to that and notice that, yo, so-and-so's, yo, doing pretty good. Like, they're on this shit, you know, they're on that. And I admire that they're just doing them and not worried about them. And that's something I had to learn. I mean, everybody has to learn that. Because you can't worry about what everybody else is doing. Even if fucking Chuck or whatever the fuck is out here top of the class, top everything, he is that and the third, he might feel inspired by you, or don't worry about him. And just keep grinding on your own accord. And if you grind on your own accord, I guarantee you're gonna start seeing some success, or you're gonna start seeing some motion. Cause that's really all this shit is about. Everybody out here trying to grind, get a plate. Everybody you looking at in the world trying to grind and get a plate. So don't worry about what the next nigga doing. Don't worry about that shit. Because the second you start worrying about somebody else, you're going to find yourself slipping or wondering, why am I judging this person? Why am I hating on this person? Or why am I doing worse? Why am I doing worse than this person? Why is this person doing better than me? But you don't think about that. You don't think about that shit. And I had found myself, kind of like what I said last video, kind of like with the friends shit, right? It's like, yeah, you're not comparing yourself to your friends or whatever, but then you can't help that when you see your friends get motion, or you see your friends doing some stuff, or they on that grind, you can't help but just think like, damn, they doing better than me, or they on their shit and here I am, you know what I mean? You don't worry about that. Because everybody in their own space, everybody's in their own mental headspace. Everybody, like, you just don't know what's going on in people's minds. You don't know. On the outside, they could be this strong individual that's out here just putting in that work, and they're like, man, but behind closed doors, they could really be going through it, or they could be thinking the same thing. They could be thinking vice versa about you. So that's why I just say, don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Really don't. Just keep your own grind going on, and you're gonna get there. Shit. This might be one of the shorter ones. Because honestly, I ain't got too much to say besides that. Shit, I think so. Well, they just a little short message then, I guess. So this is Seto. I'm out.